Good afternoon, San Diego. Meteorologist Shawn Styles here on CBS 8 Plus as we wrap up our weekend and start to head into kind of the countdown for the Christmas holiday week, which is about 2 weeks away. There are some changes starting to happen in the atmosphere. You might have noticed that we don't have a strong offshore flow. We've got clouds along the coastline, hazy sunshine in the inland valleys. You can see the sun is making its way towards the horizon here, and that cloud cover pretty thick along the coastline. We really never saw full-blown sunshine, maybe some flicks of sunshine breaking through the marine layer, but it never really warmed up all that much, and we're forecasting those temperatures to be kind of cool overnight into the low 40s make that low 50s, upper 40s, 48 in El Cajon. Chillier in Ramona at 43. Coastline, you'll be the mid to lower 50s, so definitely chilly overnight, especially with the moisture in the atmosphere. A chance of pocket fog again, and once you make your way up into the mountains, you get up above the chance of fog, and so those temperatures will be drier and also chillier. 46 at Mount Laguna, 50 at Palomar Mountain, and Borrego Springs 55, so kind of chilly for them. Daytime highs though, we're going to be into kind of a slight warming trend over the next 2 to 3 days, and then we start to see a slight cool down as a storm track starts to make its way into the west. So mid 70s in the inland microclimates, a lot more sunshine out there than along the coastline, and because of that marine layer and the hazy sun, we're only going to push into the mid 60s. Downtown you might get at or just above average, 66 that 30-year average, and if it's sun and warmth, head on out to the Borrego Springs area, where currently it's 82 degrees compared to 60 in Encinitas, 59 in Carlsbad along with Del Mar, downtown 63, 69 in La Mesa, 66 in Jamul, and 69 in Ramona. Julian, pretty nice at 70 degrees. This is a live shot from Mount Soledad, so you can see that marine there, what I was mentioning, and why it stayed so cool today. The winds continue to be calm. I mean, there is no mixing in the atmosphere, so that's why we're seeing kind of the hazy conditions, 63 degrees, and that humidity up at 78%. No real surf in the water. Energy is not coming in our direction. They're seeing plenty of energy in the northern half of the west coast, but everything here in Southern California not really pointing those waves our way. So 1 to 3 feet, needless to say, the rip current risk is low. Tide high just before the sun comes up, a 5.5, draining to the low at 105, a 0.3. I want to show you the rest of the nation, because while we're basking under relatively mild conditions, it is brutally cold over the northern plains states and into the Great Lakes region, and now that cold air starting to move into the northeast, and that cold air sagging all the way down to Dallas. Look at Jackson. 37 degrees, just 100 miles or so out of the Gulf of Mexico there. Atlanta, 33, so very cold. And out west, very pleasant, 68 in Las Vegas. Phoenix at 81. They're looking at that going, you got to be kidding me. This is all because of the polar vortex and a blast of Arctic air sagging south. The polar vortex is the air mass that circulates around the Arctic, and it's a little out of balance and weak right now, so it's sagging over the northern part of the United States, Canada, and all the way down into the colder air, sagging down into the mid-Atlantic. You can see that frontal boundary pushing southward. We'll let that cycle through one time. You can see that drier, colder air pushing south. There's the jet stream. Nothing happening over the Rockies. Things are going to start to change though. And here's the atmospheric river that continues to pound the Pacific Northwest. High pressure still over the southwestern part of the country. All right, let's put this map into motion and watch what starts to happen. By tomorrow, we'll start to see this high pressure shift further out of the region. The plume of moisture streaming all the way back to the Hawaiian Islands. The low moves in, a secondary low comes in behind it, and this is the first blast that really starts to move into the Intermountain region. The Intermountain region being the Wasatch Front of Utah. You can see it clipping by, and then notice the jet stream starts to sag as the high pressure moves out of the region. This low digs in over the west, and then we get the atmospheric river. This low starts to make its way towards the west coast, and that could start to affect us by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We stay cool and then start to warm up just a little bit midweek. Temperatures go back into the 80s in the inland microclimates, low 70s coastal as that warm air comes up ahead of the front that is sagging over the west. And for you folks in the mountains, really pretty darn nice up there. Mid 70s, your deserts, you'll be in the mid 80s.